Ma'am, I need to talk to, I guess, ITP1.
ITP, this is Haley. Can I help you?
Haley, so my name's Aaron Key. My wife's a patient in there, and I just actually left a good review, but I'm a bit alarmed because I'm a pretty good judge of character, and I know when something's off. And I'm not a fool. I'm not any kind of a crazy person. I deal with a lot of crazy people in my life. I had a lawsuit against the corrupt Tennessee police. It's been all over News Channel 5 and everything else. So, but what it is I was talking to her, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna talk to somebody else too about this because I've said nothing but good about her. First off, I'm gonna make sure I'm not even gonna waste my time. Are you the charge nurse or something? Because I don't know you from Adam either. I just kind of refuse to be done wrong by anybody. Me or my wife's not
Okay,
done.
well, first of all, what is the patient's name and passcode?
It's Bridget Key, and it's 22283.
Okay, now we can talk. I can't disclose any information without that passcode. So, what were you asking? I am the nurse that's taking care of her today.
That's not what I asked though, ma'am. I'm asking for the who. Well, do y'all have a chain of nurses? I don't get. I don't know if that applies in a psychiatric hospital. I'm just trying to sue, like I said, because I have a life. I'm not trying to waste my time. I already what somebody stated earlier. I believe was pinpointed at us, and I don't appreciate it. I'm gonna tell you the truth, because actually,
Okay.
Mobile Crisis. We've had all kind of trouble with them before. They've lied to us to an extent. If I ever get that in U.S. Supreme Court, that's gonna be its own thing right there. Um,
So I don't quite understand what you're saying. So what are your
Well, you have to listen, ma'am.
concerns?
I'm explaining. I'm like I said again. I'm very educated. I filed a federal civil lawsuit by myself. I'm not a stupid person. Sometimes we can learn if we
I'm
listen.
not saying that you
Yeah, I'm
are.
not trying to take up your time either. Like I said, and again, I have a life. I don't start nothing. Like I said, I actually just left y'all a good review earlier, and then why I'm on the phone with my wife. Well, I just go to trying to talk to them. Oh, well, we got to have a release form, and I'm talking. So please don't. Like I said, I'm not a fool. The other two hospitals that mistreated her, both of them, immediately they threw in that release form, and I just think maybe, perhaps they're throwing that in there right now. This, oh well, we need because I have dealt with y'all many times in the past, and I've spoken to Rolling Hills about my wife, and they never mentioned nothing about a release form. In fact, I could even be talking to my wife, and they're like, or talking about her, and they said, "Oh, you want to talk to her? Sure, we'll go get her." Like that. They said, "You want to talk to her?" And they would go and get her. I mean, that's one reason I've had nothing but good to say about Rolling Hills. But now I'm a bit alarmed because I am dealing with corruption, police corruption, and many people know about it in this town. And then, like I said, when I'm talking and just immediately, somebody wants to try to demean my intelligence like I'm a fool and I don't catch on to things. I'm like a lawyer, ain't too much gets pat by me, ma'am. And then just immediately thought, we'll be near release. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What do you need release? I was going to talk to her just about her some medicine. She's what now? We're not getting into personal information. You know what I'm saying? Like why did that just come out immediately before somebody even knows what I'm talking about?
I hear you're saying. And Aaron, my name's Amy. I'm another nurse taking care of her just today. So we did just get a release signed. I know it can be frustrating, but we do need the release before we can talk too much about it. But she did just sign it for us.
Okay.
So if you have questions, we'd be able to answer.
Well, sure, ma'am. Yeah, and like I said, I'm not trying to get no hard time. I have had nothing. I don't like, I mean, for my pride to be, I have never. Hey, I'm gonna tell you what. I was just bragging. I told my mother, I said she is at the best. I said top line, best of the best, and I put a star by the star emoji. I said, I just left y'all a review. You go look them on Rowan Hill's reviews, which is pretty much nothing but good reviews. So, and I'm sure y'all want to keep it that way. No reason. I can't see nobody mistreating anybody in there, let alone my wife. My wife's a sweet person. So I mean, you know what I mean? Like y'all are, I mean,
Yeah.
I think Tennessee be in trouble without Rowan Hills. I wish we had more. I wish all hospitals could learn off Rowan Hills because really, y'all don't mistreat people. Y'all are compassionate, caring, professional. I mean, y'all extra. I mean, even like extra tray, if somebody wants it, but the food ain't got nothing to do with it. It ain't, you gotta have people in there to get mental health right. You know what I mean? But which sure that makes you feel better, your body, and your body's got to feel good for your mental health to be right. I know, but no, we had some bad, very unpleasant experiences, and I'm gonna tell you what alarmed me. It was my wife was sent, Andy. First, my name's Aaron, and I appreciate you. Trying to, like I said, I don't know. That alarmed me because I'm talking to her immediately, and then it's like almost a little PTSD what I've been through. They have mistreated my wife. I had a federal lawsuit against police. I ain't gonna drag you in the middle of all that. You sound like nice lady. And the police are dangerous. They've been on News Channel 5. TBI has like 5 times that I know of, talking against veterans and everything. They are dangerous and they are corrupt. And I've dealt with them. I had a federal civil lawsuit. I know first and foremost, first forehand how they are. And for your safety, this is how real I am, how American I am, Andy. I'm using a text calling app, and my mic is hacked. I'm not tapped because there's no legit investigation going on, but a hacker, all he needs is your phone number, and he can probably do it other ways too, but you can be hacked through your Bluetooth or your Wi-Fi. He can't hack a dead offline device unless it's called keylog, and I've looked all into it, but I'm being hacked, and he can listen in, so I'm just saying be careful, don't say nothing that they might twist around. Yeah, try to hurt you. They're dangerous, crazy people, I'm telling you. But anyway, they've been on News Channel 5.
What can I help you with, Bridget?
Sure. So what it is anyways, Andy, she was sent to, and she done nothing wrong. I'll keep this short as I can, but she was sent to, I had thought maybe Vraylar would help her. She was on Geodone. She was doing okay, especially considering her circumstances, what we was going through situation, but I thought Vraylar, I had heard good about it. Actually, kind of a friend of the family told us about it, and I said, hey, that sounds pretty good. I'm trying to talk quick because I ain't trying to hold you up, so, but, I said, I understand you got other people, and I appreciate you taking the time out to talk to me. So I said, Vraylar might be good. So I spoke to the doctor and everything, and mentioned that medication we might be interested in trying, and she agreed to it. Well, they gave her some samples, which was kind of them. But see, her insurance, once the samples was out, her insurance, they sent it over, her insurance didn't cover it, Andy, and they, yeah, she was out. So then they're like, well, you can bring her to Cookeville. This is literally the kind of stuff we've been through. Like, you can bring her to Cookeville, and we'll see about getting her inpatient, all that. Sorry you went through that, all that. We get up there, and then they're like, well, where she's out of her, or if she's nearly out of her Valium or whatever, they're like, we can't give her that. They said, no, we can keep her, which, but she can go in a seizure without that, from what I understand. That she's been told that. She at least believes that, Andy. I'm no medication expert in some, but I'll tell you, if I know about a medicine, I do. If I don't know about a particular medicine, I'll tell you I don't know about that one, but I'm no diazepam expert. Anyways, so what happened, she pretty much got up there, and then she was like, my wife, she said, well, no, I'm going to need that. And they said, okay, well, we'll put you inpatient in another hospital. And they told us it'd be Rowan Hills. So I'm like, okay, that's good. I've always felt good, peace in my stomach about Rowan Hills, And she's always came back Bridget, Andy. You understand what I'm saying? When she went there, she came out Bridget. Happy, bubbly, no anything out of the way. I could talk to her on the phone, I could tell. So like I said, it was always good, just good reports. And yeah, I'm just telling you straight up. So what happened was, they sent her to Knoxville, and they put her on Effexor and Lamictal. And I don't know if you've noticed, but my wife was born with a cleft palate, and they had to take bone out of her leg and reconstruct her nose and everything. I mean, it was a serious operation, and so she breathes good. She does. I've seen it times, and she does smoke ultralight cigarettes. My mama got her on ultralights, and she smokes these, and that can of course affect your breathing. But this Effexor and Lamictal, I've looked them both up. They both cause difficulty breathing, and I have noticed her having difficulty breathing. She came back from the and between me and you, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna speak, and like I say, I ain't gonna say nothing because then I'm a conspiracy theorist or something. I'll talk about the details, and anybody else can judge it themselves. But they put her on that. They was extremely rude to me for no reason. Nothing professional like y'all. Not none of that. It was just beyond incompetent and rude. And then if I said anything, then the only way they knew to counter it, you see, It's just to be abusive, yeah, over the phone, because they knew they couldn't compete with my mind. So what they would do, they just become even more stupider and abusive, and then try to shut me down like that. So what happened, and I'm sorry, I'm not meaning to put all this off on you, Andy. I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying, get my wife help and everything. And so what happened? I know she'll get it there, but anyways, or she's got much a better chance there than anywhere else, unless something has changed up or something's happened I don't know took place. Y'all are a fantastic, phenomenal hospital, and I'm careful about. I'm serious. I'm not blowing no smoke, sugar. I'm serious, y'all. I've been there in the past. Y'all treated me good. Like I said, always kind. The nurses would tell me in the past, they say, oh yeah, Bridget. They said, you want to talk to her? And they would go get her and bring her to, so I remember little things like that. You know what I mean? That's how Americans should be. United we stand, divided we fall. We're supposed to treat each other good and care. You know, I don't know. I don't see, I think people with a life are going to treat people kind. There ain't no sense in mistreating people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not wired that way. I'm like jealous haters or something do that. Why mistreat somebody for no reason? But anyway, so what happened was, she came back from Knoxville. I was literally contacting wrongful death attorneys. I was so concerned, for one, that they would put her on them 2 medicines, because that was just totally the opposite what she would need. And I'm trying to talk quick too. But I think I'm sure you can tell her enough you're catching this, and I'll keep it as brief as I can. But I sent over.
The effects in the Lamictal. I know the doctor looked at that today, and I think she's looking at starting to decrease the effects there. So there's definitely going to be adjustments.
Okay, good deal, good deal.
But I'm not sure because since she just got here yesterday, it's kind of, or late last night, it's kind of hard to say.
Sure.
What the plan is there, but I know they are looking at those meds.
Sure.
Maybe changing them up.
See, that gives me some consolation.
And I did notice what you were saying.
Yeah.
With the breathing. I think some of it. I thought maybe if she seems very anxious and kind of worried and paranoid.
Right.
So it might partially be that.
Yes, ma'am, it is. If you look up the side effects, Andy, it is, the side effects are both really bad on both of them. And see, y'all once again, you know, I mean, like I said, I ain't trying to get y'all or no, y'all just, I appreciate what y'all doing. Okay, listen, here's the other thing though. See, they sent her here. It put her in the ER, the Effexor, and the Lamictal did. She was having hot flashes, tremors. Tremors is from the Lamictal. She was having hot flashes and fever. She was holding her forehead from the Effexor. And you know good as well, me looking at her, she don't deserve that. She ain't bothered. Why, you know what I'm saying? And then, anyways, apart from that, it was vomiting. Both of them cause nausea and vomiting. And I know the Lamictal causes tremors and shaking. She'd go to pick up a cup and her hand was just tremoring. Things like that. So like I said, these are both, in my opinion, dangerous medicines, and they should be. I ain't saying, you know, I know a guy that takes Effexor, and he's took it for years, but now this is a big grown man, and it's helped him. So every medicines work different for different people.
Yeah, they work different on
everyone. Yeah, so you know.
But I can definitely pass that along to the providers, just saying that I think she has an idea that.
Thank you, sweetheart. Listen, and now listen. One thing here. Listen, that's not the whole thing I was talking about, because you know I know you know I'm not saying y'all come on got y'all's head up. You know what, y'all are, like I said, y'all I consider y'all friends in a way. I actually vented to y'all when another hospital was going, they was doing some stuff. I even called and I'm like, y'all know this, they're doing this, because I didn't know who to talk to. And I'm like, you know, because I mean, y'all took good care of her. And y'all took care of me, but it's not, is that just bias? No, y'all took care of anybody. I don't know if bias is the right word. I mean, I think bias or unbiased. There's a word, meaning y'all took care, y'all was partial. You know what I mean? Y'all, it's anybody that comes in there, y'all treat the same, from what I've seen. I've never, I don't know, bad review on Google, or if there is one, that you can't please the whole world, you know what I mean? I have never seen nothing from Rowan Hills that I didn't like. Y'all got good little groups, the music groups, everything, you know what I'm saying? But now here's the thing, what it is there's a medicine, and the reason I'm bringing this up, she was scared, I could tell, in these other hospitals, she was scared to come off the Effexor and stuff, thinking with them, they just put me on Haldol or something. And see, her mama took Haldol in the past, and it drawed her up. What it does, and it causes muscle rigidity. So if it causes muscle rigidity, sure. And I told her I don't even think they administer that much in that hospital around Hills. I said that'd probably have to be special requested, or that's like state hospital stuff. But that's for various. I say that's for like somebody hearing voices and thinking about killing people and stuff. That's super serious, is what I'm saying. You know, you got to be. Haldol is normally for voices if you treat voices, from what I understand about it. But I know my wife, and I know that medicine would not benefit her. In fact, she took Invega in the past, and which is It's different. I don't know exactly what that is to treat, but she's been on a bunch of different medicines, Andy, and it caused mild muscle rigidity. It caused discomfort, if you will. But now, so her and her
You know if she
mother.
took the injection of Invega or mistaken the
This was
pill?
the tablet. I think it went under her tongue or something, or
Okay.
something. I don't remember, but I know. Now here's the thing. See, her and her mother, of course, as you understand, being a female, and which a lot of you got to be female to understand this, that they're cut from the same tree. That's like if I take Haldol and I have muscle rigidity, then there's a good chance if my daughter comes in there for help when she's of age, she takes it, it's going to, the same experience. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying it for sure. Like I said, I'm no doctor, but I know that her mother, it caused her bad reaction. You know what I mean? Adverse reaction, Andy. And then I know it can be treated with Cogentin. See, I know about this. Cogentin or Benadryl. I'm not sure if you knew that. Not demeaning, saying you didn't, but as a doctor, if you're not a doctor, you may not know that. I know because I've been in some hospitals myself, and I know of that medicine. I've told Bridget about it. And anyways, the Invega is it can cause muscle. It can produce muscle rigidity as well. And anyway, so I looked up a YouTube video, and that's where I learned the word muscle rigidity. That's pretty high. But I remember they had me on it for some time at MTMHI, and I'm not gonna hold you up much longer. And I appreciate you, Andy. I was on it though, and the I experienced is the right word, yes, extreme muscle rigidity. And I was going up to the darn pill window, and I was trying to communicate with them, like, don't give me no more. And they kept giving me this mess, and it went on for a few days, and then they realized, whoa, this is not helping him. And yeah, God finally heard my prayer, right? And they got me off that. So I told her, I said, well, Bridget, the affection of the Lamictal is not helping. But I don't think which, of course I have a right to say that, Andy. I'm her husband. Just because I don't have a doctor degree or a nurse degree don't mean I'm an idiot, that I can't know anything in the medical
No,
field.
we know that, and we know that family knows her best.
Sure, well, I appreciate that. That's very humble. But here's the thing. See, just like sometimes, say if you or I go to the doctor and they ask us, have you ever took a medicine for that help for that? Have you ever took anything that, see, they don't always know. So sometimes I might say, well, yeah,
Right.
I took ibuprofen and that helped me. Sometimes it's working with your provider, of course, but
Absolutely.
sure. Well, listen, I appreciate it. Maybe just, I think she's going to meet the doctor tomorrow. I didn't mean, what scared me earlier is when they threw up that release form immediately. I almost had like PTSD. I'm serious. I'm like a
Yeah.
veteran.
No, and I'm sorry for that, but it's just that if before that form is signed, which we had just got it signed like probably a minute before.
Yes,
you
ma'am.
called.
Well, y'all are right on top of
So,
things. Yeah. Like I
But
said,
now it's good to go. So when you do call again, we are going to ask. We're going to say, give me a second. Let me go making sure that release is there, but it's going to be in the chart. So.
sure. See, and listen, listen, Andy. I'm not disputing that. See, it's just what alarmed me in the past. I've never been asked that, and like I said, you got to take in mind. For me, my wife, they gave her them two bad medicines, and her born. That's as opposite as the sun is from the North Pole. You know what I mean? She should never been. You know what I mean? And then, like I said,
Yes.
they kept throwing up that release form. It's like they was just holding that over my head, and they was mistreating me on the phone. You don't even know how bad they was talking to me and stuff. And then, like I said, it's just I've always rolling heels, and I mean I've had some experiences with y'all. It's not like I just had one. I'm about to let you go too. Like I said, I won't hold you up, but it was always just kindness and I mean that's the way to get with me somewhere. You know what I mean? If somebody, I don't care if it's the National Guard, if they come at me wrong, I'm a man like anybody else, and they got me to stop. That's what I'm saying. If I don't care, you know what I'm talking about. I'm just that way. I got a lot of heart, Andy. I got a lot of heart. My dad was an extremely good fighter. I got strong genetics. I'm smart too. My mother was smart. I mean, I say that humbly, but like I said, I'm just like I said, I've never had no reason to think anything bad about Rolling Hills. I mean, I just left y'all good reviews, literally. If y'all look,
Yeah.
I'm sure the owner's gonna like that.
We appreciate that, and we
Well,
for sure
sure.
going to treat first.
That's how I am. I don't want to fight
And,
nobody. I try to encourage one another. I'm American, I'm the type of person. If somebody does good, I leave them a good review. I don't like it. It's just, I've
We appreciate that.
well, sure. I've got just so many police around here and everything. They think they're just gonna, whatever, and just nah. I'm not. I'm for law. It's like they're the ones against law and all that. I'm for the Constitution. We have civil rights, and it's like I even get upset at the government for not training them better and getting cops killed. I'm like, they sitting up there in the air conditioning, then they send cops out in Chicago and Los Angeles and everything, and they pull over somebody, and these people are scared to get put over. So what they do, they shoot a cop, and then that cop ain't going home to his family, and then and then the cops are killing people. It's just I even get upset. I just think that a lot of America needs reform. You know what I mean? I don't. It's senseless to not care about your neighbor. If you ask me, I don't know. I just think I think our country needs a lot of help, but
No.
it's in chaos. Anybody would agree pretty much. But listen, I appreciate you, and that's pretty much. Are you going to make notes about the Haldol? Just I mean, and please, I don't mean no disrespect. Like I said, y'all are the doctors, y'all are the professionals and everything. I just wanted.
I will. I'll be here tomorrow, so when the doctor comes and sees her tomorrow, I'll make sure and pass it along, okay?
I appreciate it. Yeah, and like I said, I have no reason to think nothing bad, But like I said, that release form, that's the only thing. Because I'm like, whoa, why are they? Because they've never in the past they would always, and I understand that there's policy. I know that. And like I said, I'm not disputing the thought of that. But in the past, they would talk to me some. It's like I felt demonized right there.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to say you're a bad person because somebody called us and told them. No, I'm. You know what I mean? I'm not.
I can assure you that wasn't the intent. It was just that there are those regulations, but now it's signed, now it's ready to go. So
Good deal. Good deal.
there.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it.
All right.
Anyways,
Yeah, no problem.
just maybe, like I said, just humbly ask. Maybe I'll make some notation. Just let them know that she took the Invega in the
Yeah, we will.
past, and it caused muscle rigidity. Yes, things like that. And her mother had a bad reaction to Haldol. Like I said, there's no even reason to put her on that. She's not hearing voices, not like that. But I think she's scared because I'm gonna go ahead and put it out. I'm gonna be honest. She's been mistreated in some of these other hospitals. I don't know if the police called them up and lied to them and got them all mad at us. I don't know what happened. I don't know what they told them. But
Yeah. Well, we're passing out dinner, so I gotta go help here. But I'll make sure and pass that along, okay, Aaron?
Okay, thank you, Andy. Y'all have a good evening.
you're
Is phone
welcome.
times tonight, or is it I hear from her in the morning?
At 8:30.
8:30. Okay, super.
8:30 tonight. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.